everyone, it's Nika. Welcome to my channel. In the previous episode, we learned about the geography of ancient Mesopotamia and how it influenced life. Today, we're going to learn about the society of ancient Mesopotamia and how religion and gender influenced it. Religion was very important to daily life in ancient Mesopotamia, where the people were polytheists who believed in many gods. Each god controlled specific aspects of nature or human life, and was believed to live in a specific city-state to protect its citizens. To honor these gods, Mesopotamians built large religious monuments called ziggurats, which had sides made of steps and not smooth stone, distinguishing them from Egyptian pyramids. In Mesopotamia's social hierarchy, the king was at the top and had absolute power over the land and the people. The second highest group was the priests and government officials. They were the king's advisors who managed religion, administration, and major regions. After them were the scribes, merchants, artisans, and skilled workers. These were specialized jobs that supported the kingdom and temples. The second lowest group was the farmers and laborers. They produced food, built cities and irrigation systems, and made up most of the population. Slaves were at the bottom of the social pyramid. They were considered property and performed forced labor without any personal freedom. The king was placed at the top of the social pyramid because the people thought he was chosen by the gods. His responsibilities included enacting laws, collecting taxes, leading the military, organizing big projects such as ziggurats, and overseeing religious ceremonies. The government officials were drawn from the nobility and handled the daily execution of the king's orders. Those orders included enforcing laws, running the army, and managing public work parties. The priests had the most power after the king and his officials, and made offerings and conducted sacred rites to secure the favor of the gods. Merchants had the highest status out of all the groups in the working class. They traded goods between the Indus River Valley and Egypt, which made city-states wealthy through taxes and profits. After merchants, artisans and scribes had the most power. Artisans specialized in crafts like pottery and ironwork, while scribes managed Mesopotamia's writing system of cuneiform. Farmers had the lowest status in the working class. Their responsibilities included growing food for cities and paying crop taxes to king and priests for irrigation maintenance in return. Mesopotamia's society was patriarchal, which meant that men had more power than women. They had all the control in government and family life. Women's roles in society were defined as just daughters, wives, and mothers. They usually couldn't get an education, even though some worked in domestic crafts as tavern keepers or as midwives. Laws favored men, who were in charge of arranged child marriages and dowries. Mesopotamia was a very desirable target because of its fertile land, which was good for farming and trade. Constant flooding of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers brought fertile silt, and ancient societies built sophisticated irrigation systems to maximize farming. The earliest group of independent city-states, called Sumer, developed in the Fertile Crescent. Each city-state was ruled by a king, connected by trade, and united under one culture. These city-states often fought each other because they wanted more land, water, and resources. This ongoing conflict and invasions from outside forces caused a series of empires that rose and fell throughout Mesopotamia's history. In the 2300s BCE, Sargon, the king of Kish, united Mesopotamia under one rule and formed the Akkadian Empire. Several hundred years after the Akkadian Empire collapsed, Hammurabi, the king of Babylon, conquered much of Mesopotamia and formed the Babylonian Empire. He was famous for his code of laws, known as Hammurabi's Code. He ruled Mesopotamia until the Babylonian Empire fell to the Hittites in 1595 BCE. Around 900 BCE, after the collapse of the Babylonian Empire, the Assyrian Empire was born. This empire used advanced siege warfare to expand from the Persian Gulf all the way to the Nile River. The Assyrians built a powerful army and used sophisticated weapons, like battering rams, siege towers, and engineering skills to conquer and dominate to expand their territory. However, the Assyrian Empire became so big that it fell out of the Assyrians' control. The conquered people rebelled, and this caused the collapse of the empire in the 600s BCE. The Assyrian Empire was replaced by the Chaldean Empire. This empire lasted only 75 years and was a powerful force led by King Nebuchadnezzar. Religion and gender influenced Mesopotamia in a lot of ways. Most importantly, the creation of division of labor. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit notifications so you won't miss a single video. Bye!